through glass, and welcome to Melbourne. Now, I don't know what it is about me staying in high-rise apartments in Australian cities that always leads to rain, but yes, it's raining once again. I mean, this is not the Australia I was promised. But anyway, I don't care. I'm gonna look past it because I've been really excited about my visit to Melbourne. Firstly, it's a place that I've always wanted to come and visit, but also I've got some insane things lined up here over the next 4 or 5 days. I mean, a ton of stuff. And I'm kicking things off with a video I probably should have filmed 2 weeks ago. I'm finally getting my hands on an Australian muscle car, and to be more specific, a ute. Now, I've been aware of utes for a very long time. I'm not really sure why, and I've always wanted to experience one. They're kind of like the old El Caminos in America, sort of low-slung saloon pickups. I don't know if that's the right way to explain them. But anyway, in Australia, I've been told that really there are sort of two main manufacturers, Ford and Holden, for the drivers. And it's very much red versus blue. You're either Ford or you're Holden. And Holden's sort of last great ute was the VS2 Commodore? Oh, Redline? Oh my God, I'm forgetting all the words and the names. It's quite a complicated name if I remember rightly. But anyway, that's what I'm going to experience today. Holden's last blast, big, powerful, macho, muscle car ute. That's rain. That is real rain. Wow.
Welcome back to the UK.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Michael or Mike. We're going to call you Mike today. We're already that friendly, bro. Thank you so much for bringing this absolute weapon out and about.
Nice
my first ever experience of a ute or an Australian muscle car in any kind of variant. How long have you had this thing?
So I got this 3 years ago.
Okay, nice. Have you always had utes?
I have for about 8 years as a work car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you actually use the bed in the back?
I do indeed.
Do most people, or is it kind of like a show car? Yeah.
It's a little bit of both.
Because no. I'll admit, I was doing some research before you turned up. Ute, just a nickname for utility. Duh! I thought it was like a cool just word on its own, but it's not. It's much more simple than that.
It is, and no, there is a lot of tradesmen that use them.
Okay.
Because you can lock all your tools in the back if you've got the hard tonneau, and it's nice and long. But at the same time, the good thing is on the weekend you can just get your dirt bikes out, throw them in the back, and yeah.
Or go and race this thing, because there is an actual ute racing series as well, isn't there?
There is. So if we press a little button here, which we won't because it's a bit too wet, it'll turn everything off and go into like a competitive mode.
Oh my lord! Rear wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a proper animal, and like because they're so unique and iconic for Australia, what was your appeal? Why did you want one of these over, for example, a big 4x4 or?
I think for me growing up, I don't know, I always saw this was like a poster car, and yeah, it was just, as an Australian, it was, you know, an Australian built vehicle, and
this is just part of the car culture, right?
Yeah, so, you know, you grew up and then yeah.
And why not Ford? Is that an awkward thing? I mean, I've heard a lot about this, like Holden versus Ford. Don't punch me. You don't look like a puncher.
No, I'm a big believer. There's a car for everyone. Okay. So, and the Fords are probably a bit more practical for work.
Sure.
Because the way their suspension are, they can take a bit more weight.
Okay.
But yeah, I suppose it's there are the Holden Ford people, but
you're a bit more chilled than that.
I'm a little bit more relaxed. I just
I've had some really aggressive messages about it.
Yeah,
some people are.
There's some passionate people, we'll just say.
Oh, I feel the power. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I might do it a bit. Being a lanky bugger, jumping in cars is never quite as easy as it could be. Handbrakes down there. and pull away, I suppose. I mean, maybe it's the seating position, but it actually feels a little bit sort of trucky here. It doesn't feel like a sort of low slung saloon car now I'm sat in my position, but as I say, that could just be the seating position itself. We are in a built up area as well, so this has really not been the perfect way to have my first experience in a ute, but I don't really care because I'm enjoying the lifestyle. Give a little wave to the office workers, to the boys. See you later. Have a little Barbie. I've been working on my Australian accent. How do you think it's going? Yeah. Thank you for being so damn polite.
A bit more twangy, I think.
Okay, I'm going to do a casual acceleration and just see where the rumble comes in. Obviously, a relatively familiar engine, or at least from my side, the LS3 V8 from Chevy. I have driven it before during Vlog Angeles and a few other experiences, and it's quite a sort of lethargic engine, I think, until you're really pushing on. Like, it's quite a smooth, calm rumbler, and then when you want to absolutely get Larry, it just does burnouts for days, doesn't it? It just goes mental. And in terms of like steering and stuff, again, it's near impossible for me to tell you about it because we're on a straight road in a built-up area, but this was my fault because I did say to Mike that I needed to go somewhere nearby. I didn't have a lot of time, but yeah, it's a weird way because sitting here now, you don't get a sense of the kind of vehicle you're in, but then if you come down through some gears and that rumble comes back, oh, there you go. It's just an absolute animal waiting to be unleashed, isn't it? Yeah. That's right, don't worry. I know it's very wet. Yeah. Really not how I hoped my first experience behind a ute, or behind the wheel of a ute, would be. Damn you, Melbourne, and your thunderstorms. But huge thanks to Michael, for bringing the car down. And yeah, cool to get up close with one, but driving it around very slow port roads in the soaking rain, I probably didn't quite get the full ute experience I should. However, that just means I have an excuse to get behind the wheel of one again. And at least I've taught myself a bit of the ute history, because they are just wacky cars. I think a lot of you might know about the Maloo, the HSV Maloo, which is kind of like AMG version of what we just experienced. I think there was one on Top Gear not so long ago, but they're the super wacky ones. So maybe in Adelaide or Perth, I'll see if I can track one of those down. Anyway, back into Melbourne now, back into the rain, to explore some more, because it is my first time here and I've heard many a great thing. And last night when we arrived, my good lord, I heard a lot of supercars driving around. So yeah, maybe I'm going to do a bit of spotting for the first time this year. Fast forward to the evening, had a bit of a chill hour or so because yeah, it was knackering exploring Melbourne. But we're now heading out to dinner with a guy called Jesse, who runs, I think it's Otium or Optium Club here in Melbourne, big supercar club, and he's very kindly offered to take us out for dinner in one of apparently Melbourne's best restaurants. So let's see what this food's all about. Well, I'm assuming this is our ride for the evening. What a lad. Dude, so nice to meet you. How you doing?
You too. How are you?
This
Pleasure.
Is cool. So there's my girlfriend Vicky.
Hello, how are you, Jesse? Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
We're very European. We're very European in there.
Oh,
yeah. Man,
nice.
you picked us up in
we're
style,
a very,
right?
European city here in Melbourne.
So far, I've only seen Merc C63, so this is a nice step up.
This will be nice. Hopefully, it'll get you have a little drive. What do you reckon?
How much did you say this car was here?
This is about 560,000 Australian dollars.
I was just saying that these cars in the UK are very expensive list, but that is a joke.
Yes.
Does that put us in the realms of what? Aventadors and
Lamborghini Huracan, 488.
Wow. It is very nice in here though. Look at this wood. Winning.
It's not too bad.
Well, if travelling to dinner in the Continental wasn't enough, check this out. We've got a Nismo GTR just chilling here in the valet, and round to the side, a Huracan. Very nice in red. So yeah, pop in and lock in at tonight's dinner location. So this is Crown Casino, which is the biggest casino by square foot in the world.
By plain area?
Plain area. It is massive. And the reason being that you can only have one casino per state. So this is Victoria's casino, and it's just mind